And we is on YouTube. What it do, man? How is everybody doing? Guys, hold the fuck up. Guys, today is a very, very special day. Now, if you guys have never seen any of my content before, welcome, guys. If you guys aren't already participating and alert in the Snowski Discord, guys, I think back maybe, let's say 3 weeks ago, when we were at all-time highs. For anybody that's ever watched any of my content, I stated with facts, right? I stated with a lot of probabilities that the chances of us putting in a new low for our 3-month power of 3 is super probable. I stated that October low was going to get swept with obviously all this probability behind it and this confluence behind it. And motherfuckers doubted me. What's up? What's up? Today, we finally completed the entire market maker sell model on the high time frame. Guys, round of applause. Oh my god, it is a good day. It is a good day. Guys, sometimes it just feels better to be correct, man. Have an ego. I love it. Okay. I stated when we were at all-time high, if you guys have been watching my content for a bit, you guys have known that I've literally been talking about this every single video, every damn week, every live stream, everything. It's just constantly been about the framework of the higher time frames, that we are putting in a new low underneath the October low for our 3-month power of 3. Now, I'm going to be breaking down today specifically why I was looking at that, what it means coming into the rest of the year for technically the next week and of December, and why exactly did we shoot down pretty much 1,200 handles today. Now, a lot of people will think that this dump of price action being 1,000 handles was economically driven. Now, to an extent, you can agree that a lot of whatever was happening today had to do with what Trump was speaking about. Now, I don't specifically remember, but I was peeping on Twitter earlier today, something about the Epstein files or something like that, and I know that might have driven price a little bit, but that is not why price sank like this. For anybody that is familiar with my concepts, I teach and trade quarterly theory, power of 3, market maker models. Okay, coming into every single day, I've been framing my narrative, my weekly narrative and my monthly narrative around the fact that starting our 3-month power of 3 coming into October, then November that we are in right now, everybody knows that within power of 3, there's going to be an opening price and there's going to be an AMD cycle around it. Now, using the basis and understanding of quarterly theory, what confirms reversals? Okay, it's a very, very simple aspect, not getting super strategic. Jesus, I can't speak. But what forms reversals in the market is cracking correlations. Now, there are so many different ways of cracking correlations to prove reversals in price, but I don't need a specific one. I just need this October low to get taken. Now, why exactly did I know this since up here? Now, a lot of people will understand this is legit 2,000 handle dump. This is crazy, okay? For me to understand that market's going to sink 2,000 handles and possibly liquidate a shitload of people that had swing trading positions down here, that's crazy. The understanding of price that I was able to acknowledge this is insane. It's just beyond me, okay? Trading has always been something that I love, right? I love my work. I love what I do. And understanding the market like this, and I hope you guys get to this point sometime in your freaking trading career, because god damn, man, it feels good. It feels good to know this, okay? Why did I know October low was going to get taken? Well, understanding that we're obviously going to have some type of power of 3 scenario for our 3-month power of 3, right? We had zero cracking correlation when our tariff low actually initiated coming into technically October's range, okay? The very low of October was the tariff low. and we started to accumulate, engineering all this sell side liquidity. Now, if you look over on YM, you'll actually see that we created very relative equal lows, which was also another pairing, which was very nice to see in price. Now, looking at this column of price action, this box of price action coming into October's development, how did I know it was going to get taken? Well, think of this logically, right? Every single monthly power of 3, 3-month power of 3, weekly, daily power of 3, all these different power of 3s. How do you correlate quarterly theory into the understanding of power of 3? Now, this is something that I'm going to be talking a lot about in my mentorship coming December 1st. I'm super hyped to be dropping it because this is the information that you guys are going to be able to learn from this shit, okay? So I don't cap my rep. This shit works. So what confirms a reversal in power of 3? Well, under our key opens, such as, I'm not talking about quarterly theory opens, I'm strictly talking about just their 3-month open price. Let's draw this out so you guys can actually see how did I know we were going to go here. Well, our 3-month open price is technically right here. So this is our, why do I have caps on? Hold on. This is our 3-month open price, okay? Being that it is our 3-month open price, what exactly is the significance of this price? Well, this price, this key level in price, is the opening basically 3-month power of 3. Now, within this 3-month power of 3, what's significance to 3 months? Breaking down the year in quarters, we have 4 quarters within the year. Now, within these 4 quarters, they're going to be 3-month segments, okay? These 3-month segments have power of 3. Power of 3, meaning it's going to open somewhere, as you can see right here. It's going to manipulate somewhere, possibly under, and it's going to distribute to the opposing draw on liquidity. Now, in this entire sell portion, this entire market maker sell model, all of this liquidity being created is technically buy-side liquidity ready to be taken during the distribution. I understood that in our 3-month open, our 3-month power of 3, in order for us to see a 3-month breakdown of accumulation, manipulation, distribution, we need to put a Kraken correlation underneath the 3-month open price, because what this is going to do in quarterly theory terms is the Kraken correlation underneath the 3-month open key level price is going to confirm that we are ready to now distribute. Okay, the key thing about quarterly theory and the understanding of AMD is that manipulation will be complete and start a reversal, such as a smart money reversal, when a Kraken correlation in price is proven. Okay, now I don't mean a 90-minute or a microcycle, I mean a high time frame Kraken correlation. Now this could be a SSMT, SMT, PSP, swing divergence, whatever that may be, right? It has to be a prominent divergence. Now, we haven't developed a massive divergence just yet. As you can see, YM is still failing behind. I do think YM is going to come down just for the thought that we have the relative equal lows, and that is a key draw on liquidity for YM right now. But I understood that October low was going to get taken because October's low had 0 Kraken correlation. Seeing that October low had 0 Kraken correlation, the ability for us to put in a new low for our 3-month power of 3 was super probable, because when that low gets taken, we are now going to be in the ability to now put in a Kraken correlation underneath the 3-month open. And then starting December, which is our final month of our 3-month power of 3, we are most likely going to see higher prices. Now, just refer to any basic end of the year, retail methodology, right? Prices in charts, in really any stock market, really, will always see higher prices towards the end of the year. This is simply just the higher power trying to make the economy look good. Okay, so pushing prices for higher and higher highs, making it look like the economy is doing so well. Does that mean it is? Not necessarily. It's just something they do every single year. Okay, I can highly predict that coming into December, we're going to see some great higher highs. Meaning, what am I looking for down here? A prominent Kraken correlation, because this Kraken correlation not only is going to start the buy side of the curve, but it also is going to complete the manipulation for our 3-month power of 3. Okay, so I understood from all-time high that the chances of us putting in a new low is very probable, so I stated that if this is the possibility of us being in a sell model, wouldn't the understanding of market maker models be too significant here? Well, let's break this down. In stages of market maker models, for anyone that doesn't study it, it's going to be put... I have a ton of free content actually in my Discord. If you guys aren't already in here, join that shit up. I have free notions of a ton of market maker models and, you know, AMD, XXAMD studies and all this stuff. If you guys are already in that, that's going to be linked in the description. But I state that in market maker models, there's going to be stages, okay? There's going to be the buy side of the curve, and there's going to be the sell side of the curve. Now, within these curves of buy side and sell side deliverance, there's going to be stages. There's going to be at the very high a smart money reversal. On the sell side of the curve, there's going to be stages of distribution. On the buy side of the curve, there's going to be accumulation stages, and there's going to be original or consolidating, accumulating engineering stages. Okay, so let's break this down. Understanding that this low is an unprotected low, well, what did price do is it had the original consolidation. Now, this level of price action coming into technically October's low was simply engineering liquidity. Okay, now we are on the daily time frame, just for reference. This stage was technically our first stage reaccumulation. As you can see, it was our first pullback back into a discount to send price higher. This is our first stage reaccumulation. Now, we have a massive new week opening gap delivering to buy side with no second stage reaccumulation. Now, people that study MMXM, you do not need 2 stages, okay? But the possibility of getting possible multiple redistribution stages, well, that's what we actually got. Okay, so we have a smart money reversal. We technically have a low risk sell. We have a first stage redistribution. And today was our second stage redistribution. Now, for anybody that studies market maker models, I want you to think of this logically. What is always, and legit always, at the very end or the last final stage before a market maker model is complete? Okay, ICT stated this as his favorite model to trade. If he was to pick one model ever, this would be the model that he picks. It is considered the unicorn model. Okay, now I'm not talking about the basic low time frame unicorn model. I'm talking about the market maker model. And at the very end, the final deliverance is considered the unicorn. Now, why exactly is it considered unicorn? Unicorn model is the quickest, least manipulative, and the most volatile portion of the entire market maker model. Seeing we are in a massive market maker sell model, we are currently in the sell side of the curve, as you can see right here. Draw this out for you. Seeing we are in currently the sell side of the curve, chances are we already had our first stage redistribution, followed by smart money reversal, low risk sell. So what comes next? Second stage redistribution. What is that? Always, the final stage coming into a market maker completion is always the quickest. It is always the most volatile. It is the fastest spooling ever. And when you see it occurring, you 99% of the time will make money from it. Okay, so breaking this down, that's exactly what happened today. Looking at this on the 4-hour chart, smart money reversal, low risk sell, first stage redistribution. What did we target? During our first stage redistribution, we targeted the reaccumulation lows, engineering sell side with what? The prominent original consolidation October lows. Today being the unicorn model, price delivered. Okay, this is not random segments of price. Okay, you guys have to understand this, is that during these market maker models, there are certain stages of volatility. There are specific segments in price that we are going to target, such as during redistribution, we're going to target against reaccumulation stages. Final stages are going to target against original consolidation stages. Okay, and now understanding the, study of cracking correlations, I want you guys to reference back to your charts. Every single time a redistribution is in play, what confirms a redistribution? Well, let's refer back to quarterly theory. What refers a reversal, or what references to a reversal in quarterly theory? Cracking correlation. Okay, at the high, look over on YM. Well, we have a weekly cycle at the high, followed by low risk sell. We have a cracking correlation between the previous day highs on YM, coming into, again, technically a slight retracement, but this was not considered a daily first stage redistribution. We had on, actually, wait, was this correlated? No. Okay, so we had with the previous day high, weekly cycle bearish SSMT, followed by all-time high getting taken on YM with the first stage redistribution, okay, which was technically a monthly cycle as well. Monthly cycle bearish SSMT, all-time high cracking correlation. Second one, what happened here? Technically hidden SSMT. Oh, I'm sorry, not hidden SSMT, but hidden SMT, okay? Hidden cracking correlation. There was no SSMT play in here because simply this was the high of Asia, okay? Now, none of the correlated assets took the high, but the bodies did the damage. So we have a hidden SMT in here, which was the confirmation for price that then proceeded to spool during our unicorn model being the fastest, the most distribute, and the most volatile. And what did price do? It delivered. Guys, the ego boost that I have right now, oh my god. let me take a sip of my coffee. Give me a second. Oh my god. Guys, you don't understand. I've been legit talking about this in weekly recaps with you guys, right? I make a live session with all you guys in the Discord. I talk about this all the time. I was talking about how when we were literally all the way up here during our low risk sell, how we were setting the stage for an upcoming monthly power of 3 to be bearish and open high low close. And oh my god, this is insane. It is just insane. Now, this is not me bragging like crazy, well, to an extent, right? I'm bragging to myself, but it's legit me showing you guys the opportunity here. If you pair the understanding of market maker models, power of 3, and quarterly theory, look at the confirmation and narrative refinement that you get. Oh my gosh. Like, I love it. It's dumbfounding to me, because understanding that there are specific fragments in price that are uncorrelated, right? Such as the October low having a lack of cracking correlation, proving my point that it would get swept, right? That's a power of 3 reference based with quarterly theory cracking correlation, right? Then what did I do? I paired market maker models with the understanding that there's going to be specific stages of reaccumulation, redistribution, smart money reversals, all of these things that formed literally every narrative in price. So breaking this down into low time frame, you can see how I've been able to specifically call out how each week was going to play out, how each day of the week was going to play out. Because price is not random. No. It's going to do specific criterias each month, each year, each week, each day, each session, each cycle on the lower time frame, everything. That's the power of quarterly theory, MMXM power of 3. Guys, I'm so excited to drop my mentorship. You guys don't even understand the work I've been putting into it recently. You guys are going to be dumbfounded, but really, that's what I wanted to come out here today and talk about. Now, what does this mean coming into the rest of the year? Well, if I'm expecting bullish prices, as of right now, I'm waiting for some type of cracking correlation since we are underneath the 3-month open. Okay, this 3-month open, seeing that we are underneath it, I'm looking for some type of cracking correlation here. Now, obviously, looking at price right now, we have a very obvious month-to-month divergence, right? As you can see, ES and YM failed to get to the tariff low while NASDAQ got to it. I understand this, but that doesn't really concern me, okay? I really think that just the understanding of bearish market momentum, that the relative equal lows on YM are going to get purged, okay? You could just see how heavy price is. It definitely wants to get down there, which is entirely fine. That just means coming into next week, the possibility of starting the stage of some type of high time frame cracking correlation is very probable. This means that we are possibly going to be putting in a nice low down here for a nice, very low discount cracking correlation, and then we are going to be getting buys to the moon. Coming into December, honestly, I'll tell you guys, I'm expecting longs. But, hey, what do I know, right? What do I know? I definitely didn't just call like a 2,000 move dump. Oh my god. This is crazy. But, guys, I hope you guys made some money this month. Coming into tomorrow and obviously the next week, I'm going to have to further understand what price is doing, look for possible high time frame cracking correlations, and then within that, I'll give you guys updates through YouTube and the Discord, as I always put Snowski outlooks every single week about what I'm thinking for the day, what I'm thinking for the week, the month. So if you guys want to be updated with that, join Collectors Club, link in bio. But as always, I'll see you guys at the top. Peace out.